If you traveled in a straight line, away from Earth, away from the sun, past every star and every galaxy you have ever seen in a photograph, you would never reach a wall. There is no edge. There is no boundary made of stone or steel or empty space folding back on itself. What you would find instead is something far stranger, something no spacecraft can breach, no telescope can see beyond, no equation can open. A wall made of light. The oldest light in the universe, released 13.8 billion years ago, still traveling, still glowing, surrounding us on every side. And you cannot go past it. The barrier is not distance, it is time itself. This is the cosmic microwave background, a faint, almost invisible radiation that fills every corner of the observable universe. It was released approximately 380,000 years after the Big Bang, the exact moment when the universe cooled enough for atoms to form and light to travel freely for the first time. Before that moment, the universe was opaque, a blinding fog of plasma where photons could not move more than a fraction of an inch without colliding. Everything that happened before that wall is invisible to us, not hidden, not encrypted, physically unreachable. The observable universe stretches 93 billion light-years across. That number sounds vast, and it is. But it is not the size of reality. It is the size of our cage. Beyond that boundary, the universe almost certainly continues. Galaxies, stars, perhaps structures we have no name for. But their light has not had enough time to reach us since the beginning of everything. And it never will. But here is what makes this prison truly unsettling. You do not need to travel to the edge to experience what emptiness feels like. In 1981, astronomer Robert Kirshner and his team were conducting a routine survey of galaxy positions when they discovered something that should not exist. A hole, something far larger than any black hole, far emptier than any gap between galaxy clusters. An abyss. The Boötes Void, a spherical region of space roughly 330 million light-years across, containing almost nothing. In a volume where astronomers expected to find approximately 2,000 galaxies, they found 60. 60 points of light scattered across a darkness wider than the human mind can process. Imagine the Earth sitting at the center of that void. You look up at night and see the stars of the Milky Way, your own galaxy, glittering above you. But beyond that, nothing. No Andromeda in the distance. No neighboring galaxies. No cosmic web of light connecting you to the rest of the universe. Just black, as astronomer Greg Aldering put it. If the Milky Way had formed inside the Boötes Void, humanity would not have discovered that other galaxies existed until the 1960s. Your grandparents would have lived and died believing that our galaxy was the only structure in all of existence. Every philosopher, every scientist, every child who ever looked up at the sky would have concluded that the universe was small, cold, and profoundly alone. Total cosmic isolation. Not at the edge of the universe, but 700 million light-years from where you are sitting right now. And the cage has a second lock. The universe is not static. It is expanding, and that expansion is accelerating. Every second, the space between distant galaxies stretches. Not because the galaxies are flying apart through space, but because the fabric of space itself is growing. This means that galaxies beyond a certain distance are receding from us faster than the speed of light. This does not violate Einstein's theory of relativity. Nothing is moving through space faster than light. Space itself is what is stretching, carrying everything with it. What does this mean for us? It means the observable universe has a horizon, and that horizon is being sealed. Right now, there are galaxies we can still see whose new light will never reach us again. The expansion has already cut the line. Their ancient glow still arrives, but every signal they send from this moment forward is lost. Every day, the boundary of what we can still communicate with gets a little smaller, even as light from the ancient universe continues to arrive. The more time passes, the lonelier the sky becomes. Imagine a future civilization, billions of years from now, looking up from a planet like ours. They would see their own galaxy, nothing else. No cosmic web, no distant clusters, no proof that the cosmos extends beyond their own shores. The evidence will have vanished. And that future is not a theory. It is a consequence of physics that is already underway. But perhaps the most disturbing discovery at the boundary of what we can observe is not the emptiness. It is the motion. In 2008, astrophysicist Alexander Kashlinsky and his team at NASA's Goddard Space Flight Center detected something that standard cosmological models could not explain. Hundreds of galaxy clusters, spread across billions of light-years of space, appeared to be moving in the same direction. Not drifting randomly, as the models predicted. Flowing, coherently, at speeds exceeding 2 million miles per hour, toward a specific patch of sky between the constellations Centaurus and Vela. Kashlinsky called it dark flow. The scientific community remains divided. In 2013, the European Space Agency's Planck satellite analyzed the same type of data with greater precision and found no statistically significant evidence for the effect. Kashlinsky's team responded with further analysis, claiming the signal persists. As of today, the question is unresolved. No one has proven dark flow is real. No one has proven it is not. But consider what it would mean if the signal is genuine. Nothing inside the observable universe can account for it. No known concentration of matter, no supercluster, no structure we have ever mapped is massive enough to pull more than 1,000 galaxy clusters in a single direction at that velocity. If dark flow is real, the source of that pull lies beyond the cosmic microwave background, beyond the wall of light, beyond everything we can observe. What could be massive enough and far enough away to exert a gravitational grip on more than 1,000 galaxy clusters at once? Something we have never seen is reaching through the boundary of our visible universe and pulling. If you could stand at the farthest point the human eye or any instrument can reach, you would see the faint glow of the oldest light in existence. Behind you, the entire history of everything humanity has ever known. Ahead of you, nothing visible. And somewhere in that nothing, perhaps, a force that has been shaping the motion of the cosmos since before the first galaxy was born. We looked outward, expecting to find the edge of everything. What we found is that the edge is not a place. It is a limit of light, of time, of knowledge. And just beyond it, something may be waiting that we will never be able to see, never be able to name, and never be able to escape. The universe did not give us a window. It gave us a keyhole. And what is on the other side has already begun to move.